What if I told you that one of the most complex, most influential digital platforms in the entire world, a place with billions of us watching just countless hours of video, can be completely understood by looking at a single line of text? I know, it sounds pretty unlikely, right? But that one line is the exact blueprint we're going to deconstruct today. So let's just dive right in.
I mean, think about it for a second. Have you ever actually scrolled all the way to the bottom of the YouTube page and just wondered what is holding this entire digital universe together? It can feel like, just this chaotic mix of everything. But underneath all of that, there's a structure that is surprisingly simple and pretty elegant.
And, well, here it is. It doesn't look like much, does it? It's just a string of plain old text that you've probably scrolled past 1,000 times without a second thought. But hidden inside these words are the foundational pillars of YouTube. They define its identity, its laws, its economy, and in the end, your entire experience. So, let's break it down piece by piece.
Okay, so to understand this digital nation, we first have to know who built it. I mean, that just makes sense. This first set of links, it's all about establishing that core identity, the who behind the screen.
You've got About, Press, and Contact Us. I know, they seem incredibly basic, but they're the absolute essential building blocks for any company talking to the public. This is YouTube saying, here's who we are, controlling its own story, and, giving you a way to get in touch. It's like the digital handshake, the formal introduction to the rest of the world.
And next, we hit a really massive one: copyright. Look, this isn't just some legal link you skip over. It is the fundamental principle that the entire platform is built on. Seriously, without it, a place for creators to share their work it couldn't exist. This one word is the source of so much creative freedom, but it's also at the heart of some of the platform's biggest controversies.
And finally, tucked away at the very bottom, is the architect's signature, Google LLC. This little line reveals who is ultimately responsible, who owns the whole thing, and basically where the buck stops. So just like that, with a few simple words, the company's identity, its legal foundation, and its ultimate owner are all crystal clear.
Okay, so we know who runs the show, but what are the laws of this digital land? Every society needs rules, and YouTube is definitely no different. This next set of links we're looking at, this is its social contract.
And this is a critical two-way agreement. Terms are the rules you agree to follow to be a citizen of YouTube. But here's the thing, it's not a one-way street. Privacy is the set of rules that YouTube agrees to follow when they're handling your data. One defines your responsibility, the other defines theirs. It's a balance. So if terms are kind of like the Constitution, then policy and safety, well, those are the specific laws that get enforced every single day. These are the practical, on-the-ground rules about what you can and cannot post. This is the code that real human moderators and the algorithms use to keep the platform running every second of the day. So we've got the government and we've got the laws. But who's actually building the cities, empowering the whole economy here? Well, that brings us to our third pillar, the people and the businesses that create all the value on the platform.
This part of the blueprint reveals the platform's core economic engine. First, you have developers. They build the infrastructure and all the tools. Then you have creators who use those tools to produce all the content we watch. And finally, advertisers come in and provide the funding that pays those creators and keeps the whole platform running. It's a cycle that just keeps going.
The key thing to get here is how interdependent they all are. You just can't have one without the others. I mean, without creators, there's no content. Without advertisers, creators can't get paid. And without developers, the platform itself just stagnates and dies. Each group is an absolutely essential piece of the puzzle.
So, we have the company, we have the rules, and we have the economy. But how does all of that backstage machinery actually affect what you, the viewer, see on your screen every day? Let's connect those dots. This is the big question, isn't it? How does my feed seem to read my mind sometimes? It can really feel like magic. But the answer? Well, it's been sitting in our blueprint this whole time.
The How YouTube Works link is pretty much the official user manual. It's YouTube pulling back the curtain and explaining how it recommends videos, how it ranks search results, and how it enforces all those safety policies we just talked about. This is the exact point where all the platform's internal logic meets your personal experience.
And last but not least, test new features. This isn't just another link. It's an open invitation. It's the platform basically admitting that it's never really finished. It's a call for users like you and me to help shape what comes next, turning us from just passive viewers into active participants in YouTube's evolution. So there we have it.
We took a simple, often ignored line of text from the bottom of a web page and we unpacked it into a comprehensive map of a digital nation, its government, its laws, its economy, and its citizens. Turns out, it was all hiding in plain sight.
Which really just leaves us with one final thought. This blueprint is what built the YouTube we have today. But as the world keeps changing, you have to wonder what new links will need to be added, what new pillars are going to be required for the YouTube of tomorrow.